Hi all, welcome back to TJM. I'm Brett. Today we're heading off up the Central Coast to have our little short Christmas break up there, and we just decided what car to take. I'm going to take Krugy. Krugy's and we just decided what car to take. I'm going to take Krugy. Krugy's a XJ8 2005 XJ8 3.2 litre. We call her Krug because she's in that silver sand colour that looks like champagne. I've owned Krugy for about 6 years. It's a really good car. My wife drives it more than I do, except when we're together where I'll drive it. It was a high miler when I bought it, and I bought it cheap. However, it did come with a really comprehensive history of servicing on it, which made me feel more comfortable when I bought it. I only paid $12,500 for this thing in 2015 in a $208,000 car new, and really, besides its generally maintenance, it really hasn't let me down at all. I've done some go fast stuff on it, like put in a XJR grille, and I bought these Alicia 19-inch wheels that came off a later XJ350 are they called? And I've put these Go Fast Rembo brake covers on it just to make it look like a little bit more cooler, like a XJR, and it gives you a couple more horsepower. Well, almost packed and ready to go. Sorry, we haven't been paying much attention to old Krugy lately because we've been so busy. She's been living outside, so when I get it up the Central Coast, we'll give it a little bit of a detail, a bit of a sparkling up, and get her looking good again. Anyway, we're going about to hit the road, so I'll get back to you in a little while. Hi guys, well, we're all packed and heading up the coast to a beautiful Wagstaff holiday house. Car's chock-a-block. Dogs in the back. She's farting like you wouldn't believe, and they're thick, can I tell you, they're thick. And we're in Krugy, the 2004 XJ8 X350. Haven't done a ride in Krug for a while. We're just going across the Hawkesbury Bridge now. Wifey's got the camera in hand, and it's a beautiful Hawkesbury River. It's looking a little bit brown at the moment from all that rain we had a couple of weeks ago. The Warragamba Dam was at its full level, and they had to let out a lot of water, a lot of overflow, and it's come down the river. Hopefully it hasn't caused too many floods. Back to the XJ8. As I said, I haven't driven this car for a while, but every time I hop in it, I just absolutely love driving it. It is really quiet. It's only got the 3.6 in, not the 4.2. I did have a 4.2 and a black one a few years ago, and it does have a little bit more grunt than the 3.6. However, you still feel like you're in a good V8 with heaps of torque and nice quiet, with a little bit of a rumble, no exhaust sounds. You're pretty quiet in the back. As I said, we've owned this car for the last 6 years now, I think. Eves, is it? And yep. And it really hasn't had a lot of problems with it. I'm just adding up the outgoings on it the other day, and it's, besides having to replace the shock absorbers, the air shocks and the cat suspension, I put a new compressor in, and general maintenance, it's been really good. As I said, it's a high miler car. I bought it with 279,000 Ks on it. I think it's now got 306,000 kilometres on, but it's got a really good service history from the one single previous owner prior to me. Anyway, we'll just cruise up the highway again, and I might just catch up it when we get off the main road as we come down into Central Coast into Wagstaff. Okay, we've just taken the exit off the M1, and we're going to head down Woy Woy Road and just do down little twisties, and we're about half an hour to our destination. The X350s, they came out, and I think the first model was 2003, so this is pretty much one of the earlier ones. I think they finished about 2008, 2009. It was the first of the modern full aluminium uni shell bodies, meaning that the body is in one piece plus all your guards, bonnets, etc. So they're a completely rust-free car. You never have to worry about rust on them, and obviously the alloy makes the cars quite much lighter than the earlier X308s, which were a steel body car. Hi, well, we're at the bottom of the hill, and I just thought I'd fire up the camera again because we're just going to come across beautiful Brisbane waters and the Rip Bridge. Wifey has camera in hand, and just have a look and just show where our destination is heading. Just coming down the mountain, I was just pondering, the bloke was pondering of what have I spent on this thing over the last 5 years. I was trying to add up the things that I have spent on it. And besides saying that I put 4 new shock absorbers on it and a new air compressor, the new air shocks. The only reason we did that because the car developed a leak, and if you leave it for a week, the thing would be sitting on its ass. So, and I was also getting faults, air suspension faults occasionally coming up, but we got rid of those once we replaced the compressor. Thinking what else have I replaced on it? Well, a coil went last year on it. I think that and it was the original coil, so it's not so bad in 17 years. And a guy did the right thing and only bought 1 coil and not 10. Well, in fact, I actually bought 2 coils, but I keep a spare in the boot if another one's ever going to go. So that was a good thing. And beyond that, we did have a little bit of a variable valve timing issue, and the gizzy bang roundy thing that goes click 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 failed on the left bank, I think, and I actually thought that the engine was terminal because it just threw the timing completely out of the car and it wouldn't start. Had nothing to do with tensioners or timing chains. Anyway, it was replaced. That was a little bit expensive because there was a little bit of engine pull down for that. However, when that engine was pulled down, underneath those valve covers were clean as a whistle, and it just goes to show you that this thing has had a really good service record since it's new. And that's about it. So we'll head on. Oh yeah, no, another thing, I haven't replaced it. These things have a ZF 6-speed automatic transmission. They're meant to be sealed for life, but if you do not change the oil, that you say that it's sealed for life, it means you don't change the oil. But if you don't change the oil within at least 100,000 kilometres on these things, you're only going to get a very short lifespan. And going from the service records on this thing prior to me owning it, the ZF transmission did fail at 200,000 kilometres. So it's now done 106,000 kilometres since that new one was put in. So it really is due for another oil transmission change, and I will get to that eventually. But I'll be bringing Krug up to the Central Coast because it has been neglected in the last couple of, last year or so. So she's going to get a bit of a detail and just a bit of a schmick up and see how we go with it. Anyway, we're nearly at a destination. We'll fire up the video again when we get close to home. Okay, we're coming down the last hill. We've got the Rip Bridge. For those of you that don't know this area, the Rip Bridge we just came over about 10 minutes ago. This is beautiful Brisbane waters, and we're coming into Kilcare, and this is Hardy's Bay, and we're only coming around the corner to our place. It's a balmy 29 degrees outside. A nice 21 degrees in here. And the traffic wasn't too bad, was it, hun? No. Considering it's coming up to Christmas. There's Neil, my electrician. And the video's not a real exciting one. This one, it's just an episode as a filler, just to let you know, to show you one of my cars that I have, the XJ8, which I love, and it's just amazing how much quality and car you can get for such a cheap price. It's like the technology of a new car's not there now. This thing doesn't even have Bluetooth. Anyway, okay, we're nearly at our destination. This little bay's Pretty Beach Bay, which is pretty beach. Oh, by the way, Evie and I before we just hopped in the car, we just had our booster shots, and I'm still alive. So just to let all you anti-vaxxers out there know that it does work. And I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and if you have, don't forget to press the like button, and if you want to subscribe to TJM, do that too. As you know, I'm only pretty early in doing my YouTube channel, and they're a little bit amateurish, but this will get better in time. Lovely high tide out there today, isn't it? Looking forward to my little week away up in Chrissy. We'll also, while we're up here, we'll get down to the Series 1, which Evie will pan to if this truck's not into the road, which is hopefully still parked down the road there with its little car cover on. Yep, still there. Oh, cleaners are here, huh? Anyway, thanks again for watching TJM, and we'll catch up on our little next episode. Thank you.